Hey, it's Chris Jenkins with Charlotte Vibe, bringing you the Carolina Panthers recap. Today they played the New York Jets, who were victorious in that game. Final score in this one, much closer throughout the game than the final score. 35 Carolina Panthers, 27 New York Jets. So I'm talking about this game in a recap. This is going to be a little faster talking than I usually do because there's so much I had to say from this game. But first of all, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I enjoyed my Thanksgiving, haven't done my facial grooming, but I promise on the next video, I'll have this all cleaned up and everything. But thanks everybody for watching. If you have not subscribed and you're watching this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. I think you'll enjoy the content that we do. So let's talk about this game. What I liked early on was that Ron Rivera showed his riverboat self, went for it on fourth down during their first possession. They made it, ended up putting some points on the board. And then next we come back and our defense lets the Jets score. And everybody's online is like, man, what is up with the defense? And admittedly, I too at first was like, man, what's up with this defense? And I thought, you know what? Just like yourself, they had a bye week, traveled up to New York, it's a little cold up there. You know, let's not judge them for that first play. And sure enough, they came back and played a lot better defense throughout the game from there. Greg Olsen returned today, caught, I think, Cam's first ball, and unfortunately that was like his only pass that he caught for the day, and was probably the most accurate pass that Cam Newton threw today. He was really inaccurate today, and a lot of questions going to be talking about, a lot of questions concerning his accuracy will go to his thumb. I don't know if it was his thumb, because like you guys have reminded me online, Cam Newton is not consistently a consistent quarterback. So maybe he was just due to have a game where he was inconsistent, but thankfully we fought through it. But Greg got hurt again. He re-injured his foot, the same one that he had the procedure on, the injury on. My thoughts on that is I don't know anything yet. Hadn't heard how severe it is, but I go to say, just if you can let Ryan Khalil take his time coming back like he's doing, just let Greg do the same thing if that's the case. If it was something that's quick, let him come back. But if it's something where we really don't know, just save Greg for the long haul, all right? That's my 2 cents on that. Jonathan Stewart continues to struggle. Always hard for me to talk about because I personally love Jonathan Stewart, but I am going to say that I feel his coming back next year is in jeopardy, especially considering how much money that he's making. And I don't know what the full solution there would be. Of course, Christian McCaffrey is a part of that, but Stewart still struggled a lot today and didn't like seeing that. Mike Palardy, I got to talk about Mike Palardy because I talked to him in the locker room this weekend, or this week. He said that he liked my content, so now I'm a big fan of Michael Palardy. I'm always a homer, but I admit when I'm a homer in these situations, so you guys know when to measure things. But Michael Palardy did a really great job punting today. For a minute there, he was punting, seemed like every possession, because our offense just really stalled at one point. And I really feel like Shula didn't have the best plan today. And online, I always talk about online, so again, if you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter. I said this team is really key by the defense. And we need something to happen by the defense. Else this is, you know, I know that we're going to win. I felt like we were going to win today because the Jets were just, they were the more self-destructing team than we were today. I could see that was going to happen, and fortunately it turned out true. Just forgot the point I was about to make, so leave your comments below and whatever point I was about to make, and I'm just going to keep on going. And I think I was talking about the defense. Defense cues this team. That's what I was talking about, and they did. And they came through for us. Kuechly with that return for the touchdown, followed by Clay, which, yes, I'm glad that somebody other than Christian McCaffrey is back there, not because I dislike Christian McCaffrey, but I just feel like he does a lot already. He had some early on troubles with punt return. I haven't felt like I've seen him be the same since before that bubble early on. Clay gets that punt return, takes it for a touchdown. Awesome, put us up. And then in closing, I will say, I really don't know if that was Wilkes with those defensive plays at the tail end of the game or if it was players. But the way we took our foot off that gas in the fourth quarter was just, I didn't like it. It wasn't good. It was obvious. And I mean, we had way too much time left in the game for that. But nevertheless, solid game by the defense. Offense made it through. Devin Funchess, loving the way that this guy is like a ball hawk. You know, you hear that a lot on the defensive side, but Devin Funchess, he goes after that ball like it's his. Now, he made some mistakes today, but he's continuing to have a really, really solid season since Kelvin has left. And I really just, again, I like the way that he goes after the ball when it's in the air. Just like I love Curtis Samuel, the way that he runs after the catch. Unfortunately, he's gotten hurt. And today we didn't see a second receiver come out too much. Even though I don't know what that would have mattered with Cam's inconsistency today. 8-3, the Carolina Panthers are still in contention for the NFC South. We'll see later on today what happens with the Saints. But we're in solid place for this wild card and getting into the playoffs. I think we're going to make it. I feel really, really good that we're going to make it. And I'd like you guys just subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave your comments below for anything that I didn't talk about. You know, I was going to the locker room afterwards. So if there's things that you guys want to know, I always like to say, I work for you. Me, Chris Jenkins, all about I work for you guys. So if there's anything that you guys want to know, I'm your resource. That's why you tune in to me, and I appreciate you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend.